31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
That story gets me every single time. So hopefully people can make donations and help out to keep organizations like that going on.
Absolutely.
But this weather, can we talk about that? It was so nice. Like, I love having that kind of weather during the winter, except for Christmas. I must say Thanksgiving. Except for Christmas, because we need the cold weather on Christmas.
On Christmas.
Just on that day alone.
And that one day. That's it. That's it. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. So what you wanted Christmas weather-wise, we've had it.
Yeah.
And we're going back to the warm stuff heading towards the Christmas holiday. Still got a lot of winter, though, to get through. We're just not going to line it up, though, to make it feel like Christmas on Christmas this year. Very often, that's not the case. Let's take a look, though, at the next thing we're tracking. That is some rainfall. So now that we're climbing out of the Arctic blast, we've got a little bit of wet weather that we're going to have to contend with as we take you towards the end of the week. Tomorrow, limited. There might be a shower, there might be a sprinkle. It doesn't look like anything real significant. Thursday will be the wetter day. As we take into Thursday evening in particular, we'll still be tracking some wet weather. And then Friday, it all disappears, so some good timing there getting ready to head on into the weekend. And for full disclosure, the Storm Prediction Center has outlined an area across Tennessee and Kentucky for possible severe weather. On our scale of 1 to 5, they've got the threat at a 1. There's not going to be a ton of instability in the atmosphere, and that is a key ingredient and the reason why there's not a more significant threat. Notice that threat area does come right down to the Alabama-Tennessee border. Not something I'm overly concerned about at this point in time, but it is something that we will be watching, and I encourage you to check back with us for updates. We'll get some new info overnight tonight, and as always, Grace will have that information for you first thing tomorrow morning. As far as what we're looking at beyond that chance for rain and maybe a few thunderstorms, just the warmth. This is a temperature outlook for the week of Christmas, and when you see a map that looks like this, you know it's going to be a warm one. In fact, warmer than average will pretty well sum it up. As it stands right now, most of Christmas week here in North Alabama, we're likely to see temperatures in the 60s. And as you head farther south in the state, they may be looking at 70-degree weather. So it is going to be a mild Christmas holiday ahead, the way it appears, unless something dramatically changes in the data that we are not seeing at this point in time. All quiet at the moment on 31 Triple Doppler, but again, over the next 24 to 48 hours, that is going to change. Future radar showing an increase in the cloud cover overnight tonight. And there's a chance we could have a couple showers come tomorrow morning. See a few of those trying to show up across southern Middle Tennessee around daybreak tomorrow. And then perhaps a few nose their way into North Alabama through the morning hours. This is probably a little overdone in terms of coverage, but again, won't rule out a stray shower or a few spots of sprinkles, mostly through the morning hours tomorrow. For a lot of us tomorrow afternoon, just dealing with the cloud cover, but little in the way of wet weather. Heading into Thursday, though, again, this will be our primary rain day. First batch comes through first thing in the morning, and then just kind of showery weather after that. And then another round of showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms rolling through the afternoon. I'll stop this around 4 p.m. Thursday. Those will likely be lined up around the I-65 corridor. If we get some thunder and lightning, this is where it would come from. And then that moves out heading into Thursday evening and Thursday night, and we are back to dry weather, although slightly cooler weather to close out the week. Tonight won't be nearly as cold as it has been. We dip into the low and mid 30s. Even with cloud cover tomorrow, the south breeze warms us. We'll be into the 50s by lunchtime, and that is where we'll stay through tomorrow afternoon, mostly in the upper 50s, and even we'll hit 60 perhaps in a few spots towards the end of the day tomorrow. And I think more of us will see that 60-degree mark despite the rain on Thursday. Friday, temperatures do take a step back into the 40s for highs, back below freezing Friday night, but then we quickly warm back up. Low 60s over the weekend, and more of that 60-degree weather, perhaps mid to upper 60s, showing up by Christmas Day. Limited shower chances for the first half of next week. We'll be right back.